Tonight we're going to cover a topic I've never covered before on an episode of 2 Minutes on Tuesday, and it's a really good one. So a question that we get often, property owner selling their home says, hey, we want to list the house, but we're not going to be here to sell it. We're going to be in Florida, or we're going to be in Arizona, or we took a job in another area. The house is going to be empty. How will you help us handle this and make it easy for us? And the good news is we have a system for this. We've done it so many times with corporate relocations, with relocation companies, people who own second homes, people that are retiring and they're moving to Florida, let's say, as an example. So they're not here, the house is empty, but they want us to sell it. It's very, very easy for us to help you do that. And I'll begin with, we can see the house. You can make arrangements to get us keys for us to go through the property and look at it, give you an estimate. And if you're in agreement that sounds fair, if you're not here, we can send you the listing paperwork via email using digital signature service. We personally use DocuSign. We like it the best, but there's lots of different services that can be done. So that's step one to get the property on the market. When we get an offer on the property, of course, we call you, go over the offer by phone, let you know the terms of the offer, send you an email with the offer attached where you can actually read the offer. And if you're in agreement to accept the offer, we can send it to you via DocuSign where you can digitally sign it and accept the offer. Now, let's say the offer is not acceptable. Let's say you like 95% of the offer, but there's a few things you'd like to change. No problem. We can create the counter offer on our end, send that to you through electronic digital signature. Like I said, DocuSign. You can sign the counter offer, then we negotiate that with the buyer. And if it comes together and the buyer agrees, then we're under contract. Now, this is the big one. This is the question we get asked all the time, and that is, how do we do the closing paperwork? Do we have to jump on an airplane and fly home to have our closing? And the answer is no, you do not. You don't have to come home. You can stay in the sun in Florida during the winter. You don't have to make a special trip back here. What we'll do, we can either send the majority of the documents to you electronically by email using DocuSign, or we can just have the title company put everything together in an overnight package, send it to you, and then you sign the paperwork in the presence of a notary where you're at. And again, my example would be in Florida, and you would sign it as soon as it's notarized. Then we'll also include in the folder the title company sends you a return overnight package, so that when you're done signing, you put all the paperwork back in the package and send it back to us. And then what happens to your money? So we have the real estate closing. So there's a couple things that can be done. We can overnight you a check. And if you have a local bank, we could deposit the money into your account if you provide us a deposit slip. Or we can wire transfer from the title company's account straight into your bank account if that's something you're interested in. So we can make the whole process super smooth. And we do this a lot. We've been doing this with corporate relocation, where someone's got a job transfer. They worked here. Now they've taken a job somewhere else, so they have to leave. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. And so we have found lots of ways to streamline this and make it easy for our clients. So just so you know, you don't have to be here to sell your property. And if you have to go, don't worry. It's not difficult. And some of the other questions people have, hey, where do we set the thermostat on the house while we're gone? Does someone check on the house for us? If you have these types of questions, give us a call, 740-397-7800. Happy to help. Sam Miller, Remax Stars, and I'll come back to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.